Yeah.
Okay, hey guys, welcome back to another video. This week's challenge is going to be learning Hebrew for a week. Hebrew was one of many languages that Jesus spoke, and it's the language that us Christians most often correspond with the origins of the Bible, with the languages Jesus spoke. Even though Jesus' mother tongue was Aramaic, I do not want to ever deny that or neglect that fact, but Hebrew is just a little bit more accessible for me to learn, so that's why we're doing that for this challenge video. Without further ado, let's get started, and we're going to switch to the challenge cam.
Okay, we are on the challenge cam, and our first order of business is to test how much we know. So I'm just on Duolingo trying to figure out pretty much my basis of Hebrew. I am not familiar with the letters. Everything is written in the Hebrew letters, which I'm not familiar with, and I feel like I'm kind of cheating because I'm just clicking on the letter and somehow getting these right, but I don't think this is correct. Day one, not feeling confident. Just not even gonna lie, not feeling confident. The only word that I know is Abba, because that means dad. Like Christians say that often. And I guess Hava means love. Ahava means love, and Abba means father. So those are the two words we learned today. Okay, happy day 2 of learning Hebrew. It literally is 10 p.m., but I just wanted to hop on the cam and say that we did our Hebrew lesson for the day. We have a 2-day streak, and the word we learned today is ema, which means mom. I hope also you guys are rocking with the kind of nostalgic feel that these diaries are going to have, especially when they are our challenge videos. I wanted to have a camera specifically for the challenge video, so that's just a little sidebar, but I just want to mention that. The word ema today. I also tried to peek at the Hebrew alphabet in the Hebrew, like, numbers 1 through 10, but the songs are so fast, and getting used to speaking from like the back of your throat is actually quite difficult. So I think we're going to transition briefly tomorrow into learning some key words that Jesus probably said a lot when speaking. Okay, happy day 3, back on the cam. I have clips in my head because I just finished doing my hair. I literally was under the dryer doing my Duolingo, got the day 3 streak. Okay, so y'all really know that I'm learning this in real time. I feel like it's a little difficult to let y'all know, like, I'm actually doing this, I'm not making this up. So today we learned the names of God, so Elohim and then Adonai. I think I'm just getting used to actually using like the accent when saying the words, and it just feels so much more like, oh yeah, this feels right, versus like Elohim versus Elohim. Like, it just feels a lot like, I don't know, it just feels right. But as I've been learning just 10 minutes a day, it's been really making me think about how blessed I am to assess the gospel and have accessibility to the gospel, even though I'm not a Hebrew speaker, I'm not an Aramaic speaker, like, I'm not a speaker of any of the languages that Jesus spoke, but I'm still able to be spoken to by Jesus. Like, that is such a crazy thing to think about, that like Jesus was like, oh no, like, I am born in this place, in this town, you know, look, I'm a little boy from Bethlehem, okay, but I'm gonna make sure that everybody can understand and get this message. And that just makes me just thank God so much, and just thank him, honestly, that he just gave me the gospel and I didn't have to understand Hebrew to get it, because I'm struggling learning like he, she, it, coming, going. Like, I'm struggling learning basic words that we need to formulate a sentence. So needing to learn Hebrew to just understand the Bible would have been such a quest for literally everybody who does not speak Hebrew or Aramaic. So I was thinking about how blessed we are as modern day Christians to have translations of the Bible. And I know we talk so much sometimes about how off some translations are from the original Bible and the original Hebrew or Aramaic text, but I think honestly it's just mercy, and the fact that we even can learn from the Bible that's not written in English. It's just mercy there. So I believe that there's mercy that covers anything that may get lost in translation, because God is the keeper of all. He's the overseer of all. He's Elohim. He's the creator of all. So we don't need to worry about what gets lost in translation, because what we need to find in the word God will give to us. So not saying that it's not good to venture out and look at different translations that are more accurate to the text, but not living in fear that, oh, I'm reading the wrong version of the Bible, I'm missing so much. I just really am like finding that like there's so much that we miss from just not even speaking Hebrew and Aramaic that we still somehow get when reading the Bible, if that makes sense. So just really thinking like God really did his big thing when he made languages, but also did his big thing when the Bible started kind of coming out into the world and we getting all these translators, because someone had to speak Hebrew and Aramaic and these languages to get the Bible to us as English speakers. So just making me think about that, and just
yeah, just the intentionality in that. But
So, hey guys, happy day 4. Look, we're in better lighting. I feel like the lighting has been bad this entire video, but we're in better lighting. We are gonna peek at the Jewish Bible and just read through and see some insights that it offers. It's supposed to offer insights about the Jewish culture in the Bible, not necessarily anything else, just the Jewish culture in the Bible. So I'm gonna peek at that because I said I wanted to look at that before the end of the week. We've already done our Duolingo for the day. I'm running out of like XPs and hearts, so I can't learn much. So I thought we'd go to trusty old YouTube and try to learn some like Hebrew greetings, because I just realized I don't know hello, good afternoon, bye, thank you, like none of that. I know ahava, which is love. I know Abba, and I know Ima. I feel like the rest of the words I keep forgetting. I know Shalom. I know, I think Shalom is like goodbye, I think. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel like I'm learning words and I can tell you guys them when I pick up the camera, because I've usually just finished doing my lessons. But when they go and sit and seep, I don't really know them. So we're gonna try YouTube and see if YouTube helps me learn some more staple phrases, because I feel like I'm also not learning that many staple phrases. And the staple phrases I know, I remember.
Shalom.
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 We also saw
Hey,
the one.
this little video is pretty insightful. She's giving explanations, definitions, formal, informal. I feel like Duolingo, that little bird, he won't give me none of that. Erev Tov.
Erev
Erev
Tov.
Tov. Okay, hey guys, happy day 5. Oh my word, I cannot believe we are here. We are doing my Duolingo right now, but I learned a new word, or 2 new words yesterday through YouTube, which honestly, I'm learning probably would have been the better route to do, but I learned toda, which means thank you, and then toda raba, which means thank you very much. So at least we learned something else. And then we learned shalom, which means hello, like, but also means goodbye, but people don't typically use it. But I feel like we learned a lot. But like I said, just finished the Duolingo for the day, last day of the challenge. We hit it. Honestly, not practical in my thoughts that I would be able to learn a good amount of Hebrew in a week. Okay, editing Jay. I wanted to add that when editing this video, I realized that some of the definitions Duolingo was giving me for some of the words weren't the most accurate, so I most definitely would encourage you, if you're deciding to learn Hebrew as a Christian, to use other resources other than Duolingo as your primary source. There were several Hebrew native speakers on YouTube who are able to give you better insights, like the one that I just used on the video. It's just a random video, and I recommend those resources. Also wanted to add that there's no underlying message with me learning Hebrew for a week other than to speak like Jesus and get a closer insight into how he spoke on a daily basis. Wanted to address that and kind of clear the air there, because I don't think I addressed that. But I most definitely think it was insightful in learning just the structures of the language, also the characters and things of that nature. Like, I feel like I most definitely did learn a lot about the Hebrew language, one of the languages that Jesus spoke, and it was fun speaking how he spoke and getting to like read the names of God in Hebrew, and also like how the Hebrew accent would call for it. So I feel like most definitely was not the most practical challenge I've done, but I won't mark it as a fail. I'll just say it was most definitely a learning experience. But I feel like I learned a lot, and it was just interesting and fun to speak like Jesus at least for a week and try to learn all the symbols that he probably learned, or that he did learn and was taught while he was here on earth, occupying a body for our salvation. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this challenge was at least interesting to watch. It wasn't too boring. It doesn't feel too much like a fail, and you were able to just learn some things about Hebrew maybe you didn't learn, or this challenge will kind of challenge you to try to learn Hebrew probably a lot longer than I did. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to always protect your peace. Bye. Thank you so much for watching.